Hey, welcome to episode 4 of the vlog, which sadly is gonna be the last one in this series. When I set out to do this, it was to follow us around the country to go from a training week and then 5 summits. Well, due to coronavirus, COVID-19, we were forced to not hold the last 2 events, making this the last episode. But I wanna say, I had a real good time filming this. The team had a real good time putting it together. I've loved the feedback from the show. And so if you've enjoyed it, make sure you subscribe to the channel and put a comment below about which bit was your highlight from all 4 episodes. And here's what I promise. We're not gonna do this anymore, but I'm gonna find a new way to storytell the concept of kingdom business. So watch this space. Melbourne Summit. Looking forward to it. So episode number 4, interesting times. We're about to go to Melbourne to do a summit. No one's on the plane, no one's in the lounge. It's an eerie feeling around here, but we're doing it anyway. We're not gonna let the devil stop us teaching business. Well done on picking up the new client, you know, but now's not a time to shrink back. The fact that you're picking up clients because the world's in panic is a time to actually do more. So you actually need to double down because now you've got the budget, you need to put more content out there, you need to get across more people, you need to make more offers. And you might be thinking, how the heck am I gonna get the work done? There's also a whole bunch of staff available right now because a lot of marketing companies will be getting rid of and shedding staff. So now you need to put the call out. And now you can find customers and you can find team, and now you're going to build a wonderful business. Just want to encourage you. Listen, that's the state of the play right now, but you need to be on the front foot. You can't wait for them to come into the store, right? If foot traffic is down, you've got to start putting out content, pushing it out to the area. You just can't wait for them. They're self-isolating. You've got to put content in front of them. They're sitting on their couches doing nothing. Storytell, produce content, get it in front of them and make sales that way.
The biggest test that we've got to pass is if you've got money now and it crashes, you're in a position to go buy. You can take advantage of this.
Yeah.
But if you take advantage of this and you screw some old lady because she's got to get out of her house because she's sick, and it's worth 500, and she needs 500, but you can get away with screwing her over for 400.
Yeah.
That's not the provision of God.
That God would never give you that strategy where you make money
Off the back of somebody else.
you've got to find a way in those deals to give the old lady what she needs and get what you want. Because God will look after the rest.
Yeah. Going back to the law of cleaning that you talk about.
Well, just kingdom. Like if we're taking advantage of the weak,
Yeah.
the Exodus refers to it as the widow, right?
Mm-hmm.
The widow's fatherless. There's no provider. They're weak. That's what hoarding is right now.
Yeah.
All these people that are hoarding are not kingdom. Because if you hoard, because you've got the ability to go and the ability to pay, you're actually lording it over the weak.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing when we do property deals. If you're screwing somebody to get ahead, that's not the provision of God.
The dream how I live it. When smart and beware they venom. I swear that I'm sick, I've got issues. Sick with the bars, I've been privileged. Bent off of sips of elixir. Bankroll need them commas and digits. Mild-mannered, I'm honest intended. Lay low, not too much for attention. But been had it poppin', I mentioned. This been this life, I'm offended. It's cool, yeah, I get it though. Less about how they feel, that's my mood. My lap in the trellis is looking.
One of the reasons why we may shrink back during this time and be a little bit defeated is because we don't actually have a strategy to move forward with. if we knew what we wanted, if we knew what we had to do to step forward, it would probably keep us moving forward. But when we don't know the strategy, then it's very hard. That's the reason why I decided to broadcast this to everybody that will watch, because I want to give them the strategy to move them forward so they don't not have the strategy to sit back in. One of the greatest strategies to be on the front foot here is to work out how you can be the people's champion to your industry right now. You can come up with something that doesn't cost money, but by becoming the people's champion, it kind of goes viral, and then everybody's talking about you. And that can only ever be a good thing, all right? So you've got to come up with a story that puts you on the front foot to be able to do this, all right? Yeah, for example, go back to a hairdressing salon. What if the hairdressing salon came out and said, listen, I can't solve everybody's problems with the coronavirus, but I can help somebody. And here's what I'm doing. I can, for anybody that's over 65 that feels vulnerable going to a public place, I've been and got tested, I've come back negative, I'm happy to come to your house for all those old people, and I'll cut your hair, and it's just on me. I want you to have one less thing to stress about, right? But please understand, I run a business, I can only do one of these every second day, right? What happens to that business? What does the town think? Now it's being shared, and you didn't pay for any of that promo, right? You've got to become the people's champion. You've got to come up with a story that allows you to be on the front foot, that becomes shareable. It's basically free PR. This is how you get more people to know about you in a very short amount of time. By the way, this is why we live in 2020, because we have these tools available to us. Don't just let them go past, right? We have these tools available to us to be able to do this and get this reach really quickly, all right? Use them. But you've got to become the people's champion. You need to come up with something that you can do for your town, for your people, for your industry, that is a real thing, that is actually beneficial. It's a bit of an investment on your part, but when everybody's shrinking back and talking about how bad it is, you buck the trend and go on the front foot and do something that's really positive and helpful and valuable, and you wouldn't believe the change in conversation that people are having around you and your business.
I was fake, it had to find me. Now I'm on beat, skating like I'm grinding. L hit me, said it's all about the timing. If you want the vision, get to spinning. My mama told me trust in God, it's never limits. Now I'm on the scoreboard, running up the digits. I put in work, you know I'm up to get it. Early bird gets the worm and the Yankee fitted. Like whoa, bags under my eyes and you know. Won't complain, I'm tired, I'm on go. For that grip, 10 toes till they swole.
If that joy is not inside of you, then the words that come out of you will be questionable. When you've got that joy, you can't help have your words laced with positivity. When you have got that much joy down inside of you, like the people we just mentioned, you can't help but speak life. Because out of the mouth, the heart speaks. Once it's in here, it can't not come out. That's how you end up living your life. That's how you are able to get around going, economy's great right now. Huge amount of opportunities. I'm going to buy my competitors out and save them, right? Oh, I'll be able to get a bigger premises in the next little bit of... You can't help but find opportunity and see the positive and start to speak it out. When the joy is inside of you, you don't even see the stuff that can pull you down. You just end up being one of these people that's a little bit like Mr. Magoo. You just get around and everything's okay. But if that joy is not inside of you, it's very hard for life to come out of your mouth. It's very hard for you to speak life and watch your words when you don't have that joy. So the power of words and the spirit of joy are so intrinsically linked that you need to discover the power of those two things. Because if I fix your words, by fixing your words, all I'm doing is addressing a behavior. If I can fix your words by digging the well of joy in your life, I don't have to fix the behavior of words. It will be fixed by the fact that you dug so deep that you have a bottomless pit to draw from.
Hey, here we are, coffee, day 2. Got the live stream going out today, expecting probably 500 to be dialing in today on the live stream and a group in here. Last night, new rules were announced as part of the virus. Everyone has to be 2 meters apart, so we had to break out the room, push a wall out, spread the chairs out. So the team have been working hard. I've been preparing. Best go in and get it done.
Where else are you chewing time in your day, in your week, in your month that is not part of your assignment to move you forward? Right? Multiple assignments in our life. I have an assignment to be a husband. I've got an assignment to be a dad. I've got an assignment to, a whole bunch of things. The big one is to build a training academy for Christian entrepreneurs. Everything that doesn't line up with that is going to rob me of the chance of doing my assignment. So I've got to find that really neat balance of where my time goes.
I guess that's how the game goes. Lifestyle getting real. Lifestyle is a handful. I'm a one, only one dog. That's a fact, that's a case closed.
I actually wouldn't mind hearing from some of you the belief you used to hold and the belief you are now going to hold as a result of that exercise. I want to see the process because I want the rest of us to see what you changed from and how you languaged the new belief moving forward. Make sure you introduce yourself and tell us.
I used to believe that maybe I'm not meant to make any money or not a whole lot of it. But now I believe that with his help, I'll be able to make more money so they can help to further the kingdom.
All right, stay there. Listen, let me tell you what I just distilled, and I could be wrong, but I'm probably not. All right. What? I'm just trying to let him down gently.
Be gentle.
This is what just took place, right? And for those watching at home, follow this journey. What just took place was I used to believe that money was not for me and I was never going to make any. But with his help, I'll be able to do it. The problem I've got with that is you just abdicated the change. You just outsourced your new belief.
Okay.
Right? There was no ownership. Now, he'll help you. I'm not trying to say he won't help you. But all you did was kind of go, oh, life sucks, but with him, he'll fix it. Right? No, I want you to go, with his help, I will. Something. Right?
Okay.
I want you've got to own this a lot more because this is going to become something that you say and say and say and say, and before you know it, you'll be doing rah-rahs.
Yeah.
All right? So
All
come
right.
on, Sebastian.
From this moment on, I will be able to make more money to honor him and to further his kingdom.
Come on!
You talk, that talk, but you never do. That's waste. You can fool your fam, you can fool the gram, never fooling me. That's fake.
Listen, this is going to pass. And we're all going to go back to good times. Facts. That's all that is. Facts. And there'll be some challenges between now and then, but we're going to go, it's all going to end up okay. And of course, the worse it gets, the more opportunity there is. But you've got to own that. I own it. I see it. I get it. I've built towards this. It's going to be my reality. There'll be challenges and there'll be blessings, but ultimately you've just got to be okay. You've just got to realize that there are two competing worlds and you don't really partake in them. You are just a son, a daughter of the Most High King, and he has got a bright future for you, a plan to prosper you and not to harm you.
and it's going to be all right. Now, I'm trying to instill enough hope and joy and peace and calm inside of you that you can then own it and become that for the people around you. Because here's what's going to happen. You're going to leave here all pumped up. You're going to go and speak to the first person, and they're going to go, oh, it's so bad out there. And you're going to speak to the second person. They're going to go, everyone's dying. And the third person is going to say, stock market's crumbling, house prices are tanking. That's what's going to happen when you leave here. So here's my concern. If I just pump you up with words, they will just go poof, and it'll all be over. That's why you got to own it. If you own it, he becomes a shield about you when you're full of joy, and all the fiery darts of the enemy can't get in. That's where we've got to get to.
Nah, 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 nah. Nah, 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 nah. Come around like rah, 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 rah. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell 'em run it off. I wake up, flex. Thumb down, now check. No drip, this. Tell 'em run it off. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell 'em run it off. Y'all gon' make me take that trip way out to Europe. I call up Nigeria, come through in a hurry. Those London boys don't come to play, you should get worried. One false move, find yourself, they getting buried.